I think trying to build off what he did the last couple outings, I think our idea is probably around that 85 pitch mark. But on a day like today, with the weather and the heat, the one thing we got to make sure we do is just communicate between innings, make sure that he's feeling good, that he's maintaining his strength throughout the game. Making sure that the pitch data, everything looks great, too. We don't want to overextend somebody in a hot day like this as well in the first game back, but expecting him to have no issues, heading into the game for sure.
What are the signs you look for as far as, maybe there is fatigue because of the weather, that would be indicators?
I mean, I think, number one, any drop in velo, spin rate, things like that, just kind of like the typical obvious things you see right away. But more importantly, we tend to look for the lower body when guys get a little fatigued, a little hot. We saw it with Colin Ray the other day in that start in Chicago. Arm slot started dropping, legs kind of were going away from him, so he started getting very upper body dominant. You see that with guys is they want to maintain velocity, and when the lower body gets fatigued, that's usually what you search for. So little things like that I think we can try to identify in game, but again, not expecting anything other than a normal, kind of first start back for Shota today.
But Shota Imanaga and his return from the IL was just stellar. He kept the Cardinals off balance, and he honestly worked really well throughout all of his pitches today. That splitter was just on top of it. He has that timing issue that really gives you an uncomfortable at-bat, makes you have to work for it, and some weak contact, which is exactly what he induces that he has such success with. You see his 5 scoreless, that 1 hit, just the 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and he lowers his ERA to 2.54. This is his first game since May 4th. He had an excellent rehab start where they were impressed, Craig Counsell and company, with what they saw from him there in Iowa. So, yes, back on the bump for that rotation, and they really are going to need it because their starters have been struggling as of late.
Yeah, Shota Imanaga, he was as good as advertised in that time from return. His first start since May 4th, 77 pitches, 49 strikes, and since we're being very formal about it, and he was able to dot, we're calling him S. Imanaga. Here's Craig Counsell with more on his Aces Day.
Yeah, I mean, just how he kind of controlled the environment. Nothing looked like he'd been out there, every single start. And I think there's a tendency to get a little overamped in a start like that. And I thought he controlled his effort level really well, his energy really well, and that caused a lot of really good execution.
When you see him, the execution should locate in the heater like he was to start the games. What's that telling you?
Yeah, I mean, I think right away it told us that he was just not going to try to overdo it, and I think that's the natural tendency on a first start back in this situation. Stay within yourself. I thought he did a really good job of that.
Showtime is back, baby. 1 hitter in 5, and we shut him out. Who knew that? I'm That Girl is part of the Chicago Cubs organization. Go Cubs, go! Shota Imanaga, Cubs win, and Shota, he's feeling good right now. You don't believe me? Let's hear what he has to say.
How did it feel to be back out there?
今日戻ってきて調子はどうでした？
幸せなことに、チームがこれまでいい戦いをしてくれたおかげで、僕のリハビリから復帰した登板ではなくて、まずこのセントルイスとの戦いを2勝2敗で、にするんだっていうそういう気持ちで今日臨めたので、それはすごく良かったと思います。
Yeah, it was really good. I was very grateful because during my rehab process, the team was playing really well. So today, it didn't really feel like my first start coming back from rehab. It was just, okay, let's even up the series. So very grateful.
Was he almost happy that the first batter was he had to run to first, kind of show everyone he was healthy and fine, and kind of a similar play to what happened last time?
その前回、怪我を起きたプレーの似たようなプレーで、一塁カバーのプレーがその最初のバッターだったっていうのに対して、喜びを感じました。
そうですね、そこで、しっかり冷静に相手だけを処理できたので、僕もほっとしましたし、チームとしてもほっとしたのかなと思います。
Yeah, I felt, relaxed afterward, and I think the team felt the same way. I was able to stay calm and make the play, so I think there was a sign of relief after that.
It seemed like he just basically took off from where he was before. Surprised at all that there was no rustiness?
その前回、怪我する前からの登板を続けた感じで、それを継続する感じで、投球をしてたように見えたんですけど、そのちょっとマウンドから時間が離れてたんで、そういう感覚が鈍ったとか、そういうのはありましたか？
まだ全てのボールを完璧に操れているわけではなかったので、味方の守備もたくさんいいプレーがありましたし、でキャッチャーのケリーもものすごくいいリードをしてくれたので、本当に、自分が良かったというよりかは周りに本当にいいに救われたなと思いますね。
Yeah, I wouldn't say 100% I felt completely under control with all my pitches. I think shout out to the defense, also Kelly, where he was calling a really good game. So I would say I got saved by all my teammates.
What was it like to see Shota back on the mound today? I mean, what kind of boost does that give to the team to see him back around and back on the mound?
It was great. We need that guy. He's special for us. Like we've been needing him since he left. So just feel great to see that guy pitching again and feel good to be here to support him.
What was it like getting Shota back? What did you see it from him?
Yeah, when you can get a all-star guy who just does his thing on the mound back, it's always good. Kind of tonight, 3-0 game, and he was a big reason for that.
You mentioned their starting pitcher. What did you see from him? What was standing out for him to be so successful?
Yeah, we've seen him before. The fastball just plays up. It gets on you a little more than you think. There's some hesitation with the delivery, which adds for a little bit of deception, and then the split down is a good pitch. So yeah, he mixed well, and we still fired our lefties in there. I felt like Burley and those guys took a nice at bat against him. So yeah, I didn't mind it. I really didn't.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いします。